Hey guys, this is Allison from Allykatkreations. How are you? Wow. I'm gonna get into it. It's major, for me at least. If you get anything from my work, a mic drop, an epiphany, a light bulb moment, a new author to read, new content to explore, please help me out if you can. All the links will be down below. And I thank you to all those who have contributed and helped me keep me alive, literally, for the last year and now going on more. Just to dispel any rumors, a lot of people have been sending me that court case out of Staten Island about people getting their jobs back. Well, here's a problem in New York, and here's something that a lot of people are unaware of. It was a specific case that was seen by the Supreme Court by sanitation workers. Those sanitation workers that filed that lawsuit get their jobs back, not everybody. Read the print. Also, the fact that the people I used to work for still require to go to work in a physical building means that I will not be getting my job back anytime soon unless they undo that for that job. And then, back pay and all that stuff, well, it's not coming to me unless they rehire me and I take the rehire. I'm moving eventually. I still haven't have a closing date. So I just want to put that out there. It looks like great hope. It's like, yeah, but no, it's not. I didn't get an email yet. Anywho, the alien gray agenda. It's really not about them, but it is, but it's not. Wow, wow, wow. What a couple of days it's been. We had a really big, huge human spike, very odd looking. I don't know. Let me see if I could pull it up. Okay, it's hard to see. Very bizarre. But during this spike, I was on the phone with the buddy. I was looking for something on a Telegram page. And I already had this map, like PDF, but something didn't click within me to do something. Download. Human residence. Right? This time I'm looking at the map. I'm going to show you really quick. I don't want to get in trouble for copyrights or anything. It's this. The axiom, ley line, and Stargate grid alignment. Now, right where my mouse is New York. And this little 4 right here in the yellow dot is very interesting, to say the least, guys. And then we have all this information here. Now, this is a little freaky. We get to this 12 Trinity Stargates, new ARC gate interface, 12 Adon E gates, base 3, including Adonai host for Anu races. Okay. TSG4, Staten Island, New York City, USA, 74.1 west, 40.6 north. Okay, this can only, Staten Island has a Stargate, a Trinity Stargate. What the hell is a Trinity Stargate? So I went on the Essential Glossary because I couldn't find it in the Voyagers 2 book that's by Ashiana Dean, and all this information is by Ashiana Dean, by the way. Amazing. And I got to get in contact with her because she knew of my existence. She knew of my soul. She knew my journey. Had to. Zero doubt. Why? Hang on. She had to have known my existence. What you're seeing, I had to blip out my address. Don't need that all over the place. This is as close to those coordinates as you could possibly get. That's me. That's my space. These things don't happen to me. Zero. Doesn't happen. None of this happens, right? This does not happen to me. This stuff does not happen to me. So when I was shocked because I didn't ever think to put the coordinates of my house in a, locator to equate when I saw that the first time a few years ago to go, I should have looked, but it wasn't meant to be. This stuff doesn't happen to me, guys. Guys, I'm fucking for real. My house fits the coordinates on that map from that book or that little sheet of the map. So reading on it more, because of New York and what's here and the negative energies that have been here. And I moved into this house. It was dirt land. It was cleared out. Built in 1987. It was 86. Moved in 87. I've been here ever since. My whole life, just about three. I was 3 years old. I have a portal, and I knew it. In my room, in my closet. And negative entities used to come out all the time. Demonics. They used to play with me. They tried to dim my light. I say this in a lot of my videos. The things I used to see, experience, feel, and then I get the Draco picture 2 years ago. In my plague mask for Halloween. So then I'm reading further. It's like, oh, this is not good. This is not good. I'm ready to move, right? I packed up just about half my house. I still have to live in here, so I have things out. Just looking through shit. And I'm like, what do I do with this portal? If I move and if it's not closed, could Ghostbusters happen? So I put out an SOS on Facebook and then Telegram in the Consciousness Wars with Jermaine. And I'm very, very, very thankful to a beautiful soul, probably Star Sister, Erica, who reached out to 2 beautiful souls. Let me get their information. Hang on. So it's a galactic quantum axiatonal GQA group on Telegram. And because of this beautiful starseed, Erica, she put me into contact with Terry and Jonathan, who gratefully came to my aid tonight to help me, because I know a lot about the dead, and I have a lot of information about the star families and the aliens and all that stuff, but I don't have the all-knowing of portals and stargates. And why did my address appear, my coordinates appear to be in a book on a map? Mind blown. I didn't even know what to do with myself. I was so hyper last night finding this out and like asking everybody I need help. And I put it in between, oh, there's a lot of this going on. There's a ping pong match, right? And I had to throw it in the middle of all that ping ponging on the consciousness nor hydrogen. Love you. I had to do that because I knew someone was going to pick up on it, and it happened to be through them that I had a beautiful journey meditation with those two beautiful souls today that just helped me and guided me to getting in alignment, getting to source and fractalizing, getting everything into me in order to close this portal. The reason why it needs to be closed is because I don't want anything coming out of it, because good and evil can come out of these stargates and these portals and this frequencies. What I was told is I'm a gatekeeper. I vibrationally been holding a lot of crap back. They can't affect me because my vibration is so high. But my fear was I move, this is, my house is more built for a family. And there's a kid that it does what happened to me when I was a kid. They popped out, the evil. And not necessarily, evil, sometimes the spirit just needs some help. And, you never know what a kid, they're upgraded. We're going through the ascension. A lot of kids are now upgraded and they're vibing high. You don't want them to, I don't want anybody having to go with what I have seen and had to go through as a kid. And those are assignments that we sign up for. But I don't want to feel like I did something wrong when I need to just let this place go and it's time for me to move on. After I got done with their beautiful meditation, it was incredible. Incredible. Dragon energy, meeting my dragon. And I have a dragon guide. I didn't realize it was a dragon guide. It looked like an Anunnaki, like stone relief of a bird. It's my dragon. Found my dragon. And I flew my dragon. And I seen very interesting overlays of everything. It was incredible. There's no way. I still can't believe that I'm connected to this. I can't, it's very hard for me to believe. And yes, I have to stand in my power and my authority because I know what I am. But I don't think anybody wants to make these absurd claims And they're not absurd. It's just a lot of people say that there's something and they're really not. They just want the attention. Where for me, it's like I just showed you a book. I obviously am not going to put the number of my address, but I showed you my coordinates and it matches. Wow. So what's up for New York? What's going on? We're seeing a lot of ships. We're hearing in the galactic, I don't want to call it UFO anymore, community, that there are arcs being online. Check out Katie Rain. She's incredible. She's been talking about her and a lot of other spiritual people who have the vibration and the key, vibrational key to unlocking these arcs in different parts of the world. I'm a smaller part of that key. The Trinity is like a very tiny for humans not upgraded. Hi, human not upgraded. And not to say that I'm not upgraded. I think we're all in our ascension moving process, but I'm human. Most of us are. Some people are hybrid and have that genetic frequency match. I have the human frequency match. And let me tell you what, it's still amazing to feel that I have something to contribute to a greater whole. Because what I'm supposed to be doing with this frequency and this key that I have is now the portal is shut and it's going to stay here until somebody with the same frequency and the same key can unlock it again, but it will be for the good because things will be moved, hopefully, in the direction of light. Right now, a lot of people are coming and talking to me and making these connections about the demonics. They're seeing them more. They're people during tours and during different things that I watch personally, there was a lot of attacks from the unseen realms. There was a lot of internet stuff wrong. And that's where I usually use my energy best. Archons. Archons are definitely a part of this. And they've been fiddling and messing around with things. Not surprised. The community is kind of broken right now because you have Team Enlil, Team Enki. Who's right? Who's wrong? Who's right? Who's wrong? It's a ping pong match, right? You got a whole crew over here talking about Enki. You have a whole 1 or 2 crew talking about Enlil, right? But at the end of the day, I don't care. And why don't I care? Because if they're gonna come back, we would have been if they were the bad sort, we would have been annihilated already. Sorry. Our souls we don't die. Our soul energy don't die. It's the meat suit that dies, right? So we don't die. Don't worry. We're the experiment. We are the experiment. And right now, the experiment is how to take a human 3D carbon body and bring it up a density. Everybody, wants to talk about 5th dimensional and 5th density and this density and that density. But in my journey, I saw it overlaid. Everything is overlaying. There's layers, octaves, frequencies. And it's up to us to raise our vibration so we could see those frequencies, so we could see the things beyond the veil of our sight that we are given in the 3D. And I have a very talkative, chit-chatty cat coming. Here she comes. Miss Squeaks. I hope you heard that. It was really cute. Anywho, there's a lot of that infighting going on. There's a lot of demonic energy happening. There's a lot of people that are unaware that they have attachments or a parasite that's leeching on them, but like pulling back, but leeching back on them and pulling back. There's a lot of very influential people that have yet to do their discovery work that they need to do to help activate a lot of us. There are a lot of people in this world who have an incredible amount of information. And when the negative polarized forms don't want that information to come out, they'll take every end to make that not happen. And that's happening now because they don't want all of us activated. Okay, we all activate our own time and our own assignment with source creator, whatever you want to call it in your paradigm. I was meant to see that map last night. I was meant to look up the coordinates. That's the information that source gave me in my mind, or my guides, whoever, my higher self said, hey, Allison, Staten Island. There's something to that you need to research more. Then look what I found. And not a cat butt in your face. That's me. I'm a gatekeeper. I keep the frequency and vibration. And eventually when I move, I'm going to take and clear all the negative energy from here to where I'm moving. And then wherever I'm supposed to move, it's already divinely out. It's there somewhere in the ether on this land. And I'm supposed to help activate and be the light somewhere else. And turn on, open up my portal and make a new grid. And then, go with the ancestors. Now there's other stargates. That's just a low key one. There are stargates all over the world, all having coordinates. Can you imagine how many of you might be the same? Find it very interesting, very intriguing. I was blown away last night. Blown away. I was so intrigued, so not scared in a bad way, but like I didn't know what I was dealing with. And I tried to calm down and go into meditation and figure it out. And I was really excited because this stuff does not happen to me, guys. It just doesn't. I never win anything. I don't have prizes, I have an aunt that wins everything. Like the radio shows, she'll win like a car, a truck, a trip. I don't have such luck like that. And not to say I don't want to put that into the universe and say that I can't manifest things. It's not like that. It's just what's meant to you will come to you. And that information was meant to be in my purview last night. So if there's anybody out there who lives amongst those coordinates, whatever, go find that map. Um, and you find those coordinates and you happen to be in land on those coordinates, you know, you can reach out. The galactic quantum accitonal GQA. I'm very, 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 very beyond grateful for those two. Very grateful. Because they helped me. And it didn't cost me anything. And with what happened, if you guys follow Telegram or not, there was a galactic conference that happened down in Florida. And at the same time, there was the Truth Tour that I went to in Brooklyn that they ended up in Anaheim, California for the big tour ending. The difference between the two was the Truth Tour gave, the political people a lot of spiritual, a lot, and a mix of a lot of different people and influencers in the truth community. And I went to one of the tours in Brooklyn and I met a light worker and we picked up on a lot of like not kosher energy. And we noticed a lot of glitching. People would take photographs and you see the glitching in people, like the reptilian shape shifting. We saw a few people that looked very possessed. They had black eyes when they ordinarily don't. And these are really famous people, famous not to idolatrize, but these are people that are very heavy on the platforms speaking the truth about certain political things and light stuff too. We've noticed the infiltration, and it started to, one person would, hey Allison, like, I just met you, but I got this really bad feeling and I just want somebody to validate it for me. I validated it. Another person that has no idea about this person is saying the same exact thing that this person just said, but they don't know each other and they don't live anywhere near each other, saying the same thing. And then another person is making an observation, don't even know I exist. I contact them. I'm like, can I ask you a question? Like, what are you picking up on? Because the theme, it's too many people now are seeing the same things. Too many people are now coming together. I'm a bridge from what I've been told. Bringing the tribe together, my tribe. And it's not me, like I own it. It's just the people that I'm supposed to be connecting with are now connecting with me. So there's a big activation there. And there are people doing the physical groundwork. They're doing all the research, they're speaking, they're making these tours happen. They're like the boots on the ground, where I'm the unseen force from the energetic field. The difference between this tour I'm talking about was that, yeah, they asked people to pay, but there was an option if you couldn't afford it that you would get a free ticket or a reduced price ticket, because truth should be free for everybody, right? And obviously they had to rent out places, gas, food, accommodations for them. It costs a lot of money to do a lot of these things, and not all the time are people donating their places. So, but the offer was there for people if they wanted to join. what Jermaine was talking about on his Telegram channel, I agree with everything he had to say. Of course, we need to celebrate that we're alive, that we're all here in it to win it, meeting each other, getting experiences. But, you know, there is a difference between entertainment and getting vital information out to people who aren't yet connected as much as some other people. We're in this all together. We're in it to win it together. It's Amish mindset completely. It takes a village, and it takes all of us to connect each other together. And you might not be a part of one person's tribe, but you might be a bridge to another. We have to defeat the evil thought forms, negative polarity, negative density beings, interdimensional, negative polarity. Speak about it all the time. We have to defeat them. And they're out and they're having a hissy fit. Hissy fit. They are. They're angry. And they're using really good people to project their muck to us. You know, Jermaine was pretty upset about not seeing any contact. Don't blame him. A lot of us have very extremely old souls. I do. I'm tired. And you know what? I'm also not only working on this plane of existence, I'm working on multiple planes of existence. And I'm not in my body, maybe 99% of the time, I'm not in my physical body. I'm projected and working in other spots. I don't get much sleep. My car is not working properly. I haven't been able to get to the shop because I'm usually sleeping but in the middle of the day because I'm doing a lot of research, and then I take a nap in the early hours of the morning, and then I get the cats all fixed. Crazy. But my sleep schedule has been off for the last 2 months. There's no accidents to these things. And I felt like coming on today after I had this beautiful journey meditation and realizing what I am, thanking the people who set that up for me, because I don't ever really get a response. Like, I've been very feeling invisible and cloaked in certain channels and certain platforms. You know, just I don't know what that is. What I do think I know what that is negative entities not wanting my light to be shining. And that's not just me, that's a lot of other people. It hurts. Because then you have to disassociate and understand that it's not them, it's working through them. And it's hard to detach feelings. It's very difficult. And like I said, when I was in that karmic relationship with my ex, right, I asked him to be a dick. I asked him for everything he handed to me. And I had to disassociate my understanding of like him as a human being. That's the role I asked him to play for me. I have to detach my feelings because I asked for that. I can hate him all day I want, but that's not going to get me anywhere. I had to forgive. Say, I learned my lesson. Thank you. The Trinity Stargate that was opened by me was not, to be honest with you, I don't think the timeline from when that map was made to now, I think it was just for the interdimensional beings and the dead to be walking through. From what I read in the Ascension glossary, it was a portal to rescue and jump the human to another Stargate and go. There's a whole network. It's a network, and each one has a different purpose, and each of them have frequency keys that this one that I have, you would have been able to go to, be safe. Where did it lead to? I don't know. The other day, interestingly enough, I used to do a lot of poetry as a kid, and I used to call a lot of things the void. When I had a medium and some light workers helped me with understanding what was there, they said there's a void of space. There was a Facebook article on astronomy and like physics that talked about the void of space. And they stopped me from posting it because it was against community standards. Where do we go from here? We have a bunch of people who, like me, have arranged this soul mission, been depleted, and would have loved to go to a conference to meet like-minded people, to associate with new people. And it's really within a lot of us that we're just not financially able to succeed in those things. And not because we don't want to support others, it's because we can't even feed ourselves, right? Again, I'm very blessed for the people who really take the time to help me. Um, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you. There are a lot of people who have been amazing in keeping me alive. And it's in totality, it's all of us. We've collectively all understood our struggles are not necessarily only our own, they're everybody's struggles. Jermaine made a point to say we can all, in our local communities, have our own conventions and gatherings for free. You know, if you have products, you want to do a free yoga session, a free sound bath, you know, get more people coming to your studio and stuff, come on in. We're not going to charge for it. Should be free. Information nowadays should be free, and it's not. You have to pay the internet bill, you have to pay your phone bill, you have to go out into the world that's very cruel and demonic and evil. There's a lot of infiltration, a lot of infiltration, and a lot of it's cloaked from certain people because they can't see it. And then people like me pointed out, and I sometimes get attacked because, what are you talking about? Not that person. You can't be talking about that person. I don't see it. I get it, but I've seen the energy on them and they're sucking the life out of some of you, right? What I feel is happening is the light one, we're playing it out. So all these negative entities, thought forms, they're still underground. They're cornered, and they're using the demonics to help them on the ground because they can't come up. So they're using interdimensional means and other entity thought forms and parasites and other things to come and continue their mission here. There are so many more people now coming online, like being activated finding these tools and these keys and being drawn to certain things. I want to tell each and every one of you that watches this, go with your gut and your heart. If you see something that is of an interest to you, that's outside of your paradigm, don't ignore it. That's something that you need to see. I wasn't even looking for that map the other day. I was looking for a diagram of like bloodlines for a friend who's into the same stuff that I'm into. He activated. He's again telling me about things, and another person is feeling the same thing. They don't know each other. So there's a lot going on in the ether that we need to start plucking out of. The forces are still real. They're still going to be existing. It's just that what power are we allowing them to have on top of us and having a hold of us? That makes the biggest difference here in this war. Certain things have been won, a lot of things have not, and a lot of things are being overlaid on top of us. So a lot of these wars and these battles and issues are now just seeping down, but from above, and it's coming down. It's overlaying, right? That's why timelines keep changing. Everybody's like, oh, it didn't happen today. Well, no, it didn't happen today in this timeline. Time and space bends and folds. And it happens to affect us here on the third density. The only plane of existence that, in my opinion, has time. That is linear. So as our third density bodies still is in third density, even though we're vibrating and ping-ponging between the sub-density, and the octave, we're not fully there yet. If the ET interdimensional beings do this too fast, human combustion could definitely happen. I could see that. So they're trying to be extremely slow and careful that we all emerge properly in the right way. We have to start activating each other. I know that just talking with another person that's of like mind is absolutely a big help. Talking to different people with different abilities. We all have different abilities. We all have something very special that we bring to the field. We all have specialties of some sort that stick out more than others. And by talking to other people and finding out what that is within you, will come to you. It doesn't happen overnight sometimes. Some people, it's like instantaneous. Oh, shit. Other people, not. And many of us who are like, masters of all, we have a lot of things down in our toolbox of, I used to dance. I'm an artist. I used to lifeguard. I used to teach, be a paraprofessional. I have a lot of skill sets. And not mastering any of them, but I could do a lot with all of that to help others. Not just with my energy work, not with just my knowing. Activating kids with art, activating adults finding their inner child and being expressive and creative. I can pull that out of people. That's a specialty of mine. What is yours? What are you special at? When I read the books that I do on my channel, it starts opening up paradigms for people. Certain passages and things trigger me and I bring them out to the light, but other things might be triggering you that might make you start thinking critically and going into your memory bank and trying to start remembering who you are, the many, many, many multifactuals that you are. Who are you? Besides a beautiful human being. So ask yourself, what specialty will you like to bring into this new paradigm? We're building the and consciousness, the truth consciousness. Again, spirit doesn't hold back on me. When I need things at a specific time, it just comes, it in streams. I found a channel, like a channeler, Pamela, who has channeled Dolores Cannon and the Council of Nine and other very famous notable souls. And she's flowing with another trans channel and who channels the angels. And their information, very different, on broad spectrum different, are channeling the same stuff about the new paradigm, the new consciousness, the new way of thinking, leaving the old and making it new, recreating things. We only know our own paradigm, so we have to, we're only taking from the old but reimagining it to make new. Where a lot of people in the spiritual community are like 5D conscious, 5D economy. I don't agree with that. I don't actually like anything to do with money. I don't like it. I'm more about energy exchange. I'm more about, two amazing souls tonight just helped me through closing something that could have potentially been Ghostbusters epic on a galactic alien thought form scale to the dead and the demonics. And not to say that light beings don't come from there, they do. It's a void of space. That was in my closet. That was the portal. On the ley line. On a Stargate. Those channelers activated me in other ways, on making me see things in a different way. Kind of validating for me that what my thinking is on the right route. Where we should be doing things for people because you want to help, not because you're going to gain anything from it. And if you gain something from it in a good, intentional way, great, right? Like doing that work that they did today with me meant the world to me. And there should be more people like that. You shouldn't have to buy an $800 course. We're going to be creating those courses ourselves, using the knowing, the in-streaming that we're getting from the universe. We don't need to be experts. I don't need a certificate to be a shaman, even though, yes, you should know what the hell you're doing and how you're doing it. But that in time is going to eventually erode because we will remember what we're doing. It's about remembering. It's about understanding who you are and where you were. And yes, a lot of tragic, very messed up things have happened to each and every one of us because we needed those experiences. We signed up for them to grow our soul, to understanding it all in totality. But we won't know that until we merge back with Source. The total annihilation of truth. That's just my opinion. I don't know if I want to remember 26,000 plus lives I've lived. I don't know if I want to handle all that. But the ones that are necessary for me to know now, they're slowly dripping through. I mean, the gentleman that helped me, Jonathan, he said it, I'm Valkyrie, and it's the truth. One of my other fractals is fighting a war and got the braids on one side of the head. It's a warrior. Working my psionic magic, doing that in another body. That's me. It's cool. And I'm sure many of you are doing it too. I don't know if it's SSP stuff per se. Doesn't all need to be negative. But it's really important for everybody to understand when these things start happening to you, they're very profound. What happened to me is extremely profound, and there's no rhyme or reason for it to happen to me. I'm just like everybody else. I'm human. I'm Allison. Allykat. I am human. But we all have abilities and we all have something to bring to the table. So it's about each and every one of us understanding what that is, and you'll know it. It's just going to become a knowing because we're moving and shifting our consciousness. And that's the important part. And not everybody's going to be on the level that you are. So you start conversating with different people. I've never spoken more on the phone in my life than the last couple of weeks. Talking to people, communicating with people, connecting with people, talking about our stories. And then someone says something and, oh shit, I just remembered this. I was talking and I was like, we're just talking. And I was like, oh, let me go find that document. Boom, the map popped up. Hey, Allison, I'm seeing some glitchy, things on people. We love them. What do you think about this? Shows me the picture. Well, I'm going to tell you what, that's a glitch that looks like shapeshifting to me. And again, it's not the person. And it's odd enough that again, another sync that my Facebook, I wrote about soul scalping and about things taking over people. And I actually posted on Twitter an entity, a person was coming to attack another, and the person that was getting attacked, their entity, the entity in them jumped out to protect them because they don't want anything else leeching off of them. And then I'm getting these, synced in, people are sending me photos like, what do you think? Like, I don't like what I'm feeling with this person. I'm like, it's not the person, it's what's in them. Shapeshifties, maybe archonic, maybe draconic. It's not of a good sort. It's parasite. It is lurking all over one specific tour. When I spoke to some people, it broke my heart because I'm not here with my ego or trying to step on toes, because if they don't see it, they don't have the eyes to see that I have the eyes, right? And you can only, with love and light and good intention, try to point things out to people. It's up to them and their free will to accept it or not. It sucks sometimes, but I'd rather tell and lose a person out of my life and just to warn them than for them to find out later I was right and I told you so kind of moment happens and they're hurt. Sucks. That's the part of the mission that we're on too. There's going to be a lot of people that want to say I told you so, especially if the interdimensional beings decide to show themselves or to materialize here. And a lot of people are going to be flipping the fuck out. Well, many of us are going to be like, hi. Hi. You're awesome. Thank you. Thank you for helping us. And they're going to be like, well, thank you for being human and having this experience. We needed you here. Mutual love it. That day is definitely down the pike. And again, if we collectively all start working together and you get called to a certain tribe, there are a lot of different platforms and things to reach out on. When you feel like you need to express something, someone will pick it up. You know, things are not instantaneous. That was the first time in my life that I put an SOS and hours later, just within a day, I got a response and I got the help that I needed. That does not happen to me. I'm still in shock. I'm very grateful for it and I'm very blessed. There's a reason why I made a channel. There's a reason why I'm talking. There's a reason why I do what I do. It's because I'm trying to help other people. It's always been my intention. I just want to be self-sufficient. That's it. I don't need much to be happy. Don't. When I do for others, I'm happy. It makes me very happy. And I think if more people exuded that and went out to do that for strangers, um, we'd be a better world for it. And that's the consciousness that we're trying to now start creating. We need more people on board. A lot more. So I just wanted to shout everybody that has helped me along the last few weeks, but today, thank you guys so much. I hope you watch and don't slap me energetically like um no, I'm very grateful. And I think more people should be doing their type of work. If you have a specialty, use it. And I want to spread these people because they're probably going to be able to help more people. And when it's my time to join them, because I'm definitely, you know, my services are open for them to use me in any capacity when it comes to being creative. That's usually where my specialty lies. And of course, I'm in a transitional period right now. I'm going to be moving. I don't have everything. I gave away just about all my art supplies. I don't have my paints. I gave them away. Why? Because they're going to be sitting and they'll freeze and they're not worth a thing if they're not in a temperature controlled room. And they go bad after a while. So I gave them away, and that's for, I think, the good thing. But eventually I'm going to get back into it, and I'll probably be creating videos using my artwork, helping other people and getting them to express. I would love to do that. Stay tuned for that. In the meantime, I will be pumping a little bit more out for videos. This the last couple of days, especially the last couple of days, has been really rough on me. I'm tired, exhausted, the energies, all these downloads I've been getting, all these connections I've been trying to make. It's like a full-time job. It's good. And I hope that please leave it in the comments if you're also having and experiencing this. You're, you know, getting contact by new people, strangers, getting validations on things that you knew, but it's untangible to confirm, but other people are confirming your feelings. Tell me, are you getting those experiences? And if you're not, don't be bashful. There are plenty of people now on my channel that we can connect you with. You can write it in the comments. Someone will see it. That's the important part of my channel. It's not just for me. It's for everybody to express themselves. When I get my setup and I get into a new spot, I'm going to definitely wanting to do more lives and do interviews. I know very shortly I'm going to have a memoriam for Chad, who's passed away. And I did an interview with him, and he had a lot of good, amazing stuff. He told me it's just not time yet to bring that out, to do that video. But I know a lot of people are waiting. He said, please be patient. And I don't, again, my medium abilities are messages and in streaming channels. I don't call people's grandmas, just letting you guys know just yet. I don't know, that might come to me later on in life, but I have a duty to fulfill, and with great abilities comes great responsibility. And I don't take what I was told tonight lightly. I take what happened to me in my experience to be very significant to other people and the world at large. And I hope that I can spread and continue to do the work, even if it's just energetically holding space, clearing and purifying space, connecting and reconnecting with energies that I once was, or that I need to help heal. So we got to be mindful of who and what we're watching. We got to start really coming out of our heart space and understanding discernment. And also, we have to understand that there are things that are projecting through a person that's not the person, it's the thing projecting it. That's very hard to distinguish, and that's not easy to see. People from afar and from back can see it, and I can only bring it to so many people's attentions without thinking I'm batshit crazy. But it could be through your loved ones. If you have a key to something and they're trying to stop you from getting that key out because it would help and access and open a lot of people, what do you think is going to happen? They're going to put people in your path to stop you. And it's not because they in their essence are trying to do you harm. It's that something's coming through them, of not of the light. Where what I channel, it's coming from the light. And if we think negatively all the time, we're going to invoke those negative things into our lives. So gotta stop. This is not a time to be doing anything to lower your vibrations. We need to be at the highest form of what our vibratory field are. So I know many of you are in my situation, and it's the roughest thing in the world. But live in the moment. Have hope, but don't give yourself hopium. Don't bank on anything happening when they say it's going to happen, because you're only going to let yourself down. Don't have any expectations. I don't have any expectations, and what happened yesterday uplifted my spirits like 20 million times higher than I could have ever imagined, because I didn't have an expectation. I just got an surge of energies. Go look at those coordinates. You've seen this map before, but now you need to investigate. And then the most profound experience I could have ever had happened. So please take that into account with your everyday life, with moving through this world in a very turbulent and trying time. There are entities that are projecting through people. Make sure you're shielding yourself, your energy, and your light. Make sure you are the brightest light, but make sure you're very well protected. There are many, many meditations about 12D shielding on YouTube that you can find. There is a lot of light language that you can listen to help you. You don't have to be somebody that will be the one projecting the light language. A lot of people can in-stream that naturally. I do more of a tonal voice thing with discovering that, but I don't have light language flowing through me yet. I don't know why. And that's probably because I have a lot of different families. Probably all fighting to get me. But that's something I would love to learn. And if it comes naturally, great. If not, I'll learn it somehow. It'll happen. But binaural beats, shamanic Native American music has been helping me a lot. I listen to usually Norse folk music like Wardruna and Halong, Haldrum, Morak. There's a bunch of them that a bunch of bands that I listen to. They're not bands, they're like folk music. They play the natural instruments and string instruments that they had and horns from back way then. And that music sets me off in a nice way. And the Native American chanting and drumming and flutes calm me down and put me in a whole nother vibe, an amazing vibe. Do what works for you. Find those modalities that will work for you. The ancients worked with the interdimensional beings. They worked with the social memory complexes. They worked with these beings. And we have to reestablish that communication on a larger scale. So it's very important that we can do that. We're all one and the same. We're all one. We're everything and nothing at the same time. Remember, you're a part of it all. Act like it. Do something. Amish mindset. What are you abundant in today that you can uplift somebody? If you have energy, you have a device and you can manipulate it. You can help other people by liking, sharing them, subscribing to their channels, by spreading the information out. And yes, there's a lot of suppression happening, but there's other platforms that aren't so suppressive. Make sure you're on multiple streams of knowledge and different things, different information, but it doesn't matter. The people who are going to need to get to you will find you, but you got to put yourself out there. So now's the time to do so. Don't give up. My channel's not that successful, but I don't care. It's the people who need to see me will see me. And eventually more people will find me, and more people and more people. And that's how it's going to work, because I'm just a bridge. I'm a transitioner. I'm here to help people transition and understand. I might not be for everybody. Right? Don't take offense to it at all, because other people will be the lightning rod that gets their juices flowing. But make sure you find your tribe. Make sure you're being accessible to people so they can do that. Make sure you're guarding your energy, because it is wicked energy hanging out, trying to suck on people, especially the light workers. So just be very aware of your energy. Be very aware of the states that you're in. Live in the moment. Live by the hour. Whatever works for you. But don't get scared. There's a lot of things that are going to probably happen. They might not happen. They might happen. They might not happen. They might happen. Oh, this is going to happen. This date, that date, this date, blah, blah, blah. I stopped and tuned it all out, because whatever's going to happen is going to happen. It's on divine timing. And I don't want to be influenced on changing my timeline too much. I can see where I need to be. It just needs to happen a little sooner than I would like. I hope they hear that and they work on it. Sending each and every one of you love and light. I wanted to do an alien gray agenda episode. I haven't done one in 3 months. And this was something in this realm, but not necessarily in the realm, out of the realm. But I wanted to explain to some people what had happened and occurred to me, why if you're on some of my social media, you're like, what the hell is going on? No, I'm not special. This was a job that was handed to me before I was born, and I was meant to be here in this time now to do some work that needed to get done, and it just happened to be in a map, and I connected to it, and I found out really what I am, and it's one part of me, right? We all have something special that we will find in our lives. Don't hold out hope. It'll happen. We all came here for a special purpose. Don't forget that. We need everybody now more than ever. So start finding the tribes, write in the comments, go find that Telegram channel, go search out the people that are doing the best and the most honest work. The people who their heart is in it. At that. And for me, if they watch this, they know, because I told them, when they need me, when it's my time to shine, they're a part of my tribe. I'm a part of their tribe. I will do that good work. So that's what's needed. And I don't want anything for it. The energy exchange is enough. Today was an absolutely mind-blowing, life-changing experience. And I hope that everybody has at least one of those in their lives. That they can say that other people came in and helped them on an energy scale and mind-blowing shit. We need that. And maybe you might be the one to do that for somebody. Don't count yourself out. Please be safe out there. Please really ground, shield your energy as much as you possibly can remember. Remember, if you're having an off day, rest, drink water, program your water, listen to really good vibey music, dance around the house, get yourself moving, keep the vibes high. You don't want to let any of those things influence you or in whether they be interdimensional, demonic, or otherwise. I hope you guys enjoyed this little episode of the Great Alien Agenda. There's going to be a hell of a lot more coming out in the next, year. So it's not a done episode. This whole series is not done. It's just a little bit on pause because there's a lot going on right now. So with that, hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. If you celebrate Halloween, All Souls Day, please guard your energy. Please guard your body. Please be mindful and be safe.